All right, Geminis. Hello, 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 hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Wasn't that a song? Welcome back, welcome back. Well, anyway, hi, my name is B. Just in case if you're new around these parts, if you're accustomed to being here, welcome back again. Yeah, I kind of am concluding my individual signs. So Gemini, y'all kind of really the last ones. I don't know, it wasn't intentional. I don't know how I just was flipping through. I don't know if it's y'all or Aries, but between y'all and Aries, y'all like the last two. So I kind of want to change the style and how I've been doing these though. I just did what I need to know Wednesday, and I kind of enjoyed the style I did that, which is the style I usually do in my readings, and I kind of want to go back to that. So, like, share, subscribe, leave me some comments. Um, Drop down in the description box if you need to find me on other platforms. I'm open for personal readings. If you want my website, blah 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 blah. Yeah. So let's kind of just jump into it. Give me something for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Give me something for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Give me two cards for just generally what they need to know or what's happening and going on with them during this time. Placeful is here, which is a card that I like to see. And obedience is here. Invisible is down at the bottom of the deck, which is a very interesting card to me. The invisible card is a overall energy of saying sometimes you kind of have to disappear on a motherfucker for them to really understand what type of value you was adding to your life. Very much the energy of people don't usually miss their water till the royal run dry. People usually don't know what they have until they no longer have it. You know what I'm saying? This feels like that type of energy. Are you feeling like this? This could just be an overall energy of something you need to be doing, an energy you need to be in, or an energy that you're already in. However, out here on the spread, down here on the board here, we do have placeful and we do have obedience. This makes me feel like okay, I'm gonna be honest, right? Gemini, you know y'all have a playful side. You put your playful side first before you put your serious side first. You can be very serious, but you can also be very not so serious. You like to play, you like to have fun, you like to joke. I don't know a Gemini placement that ain't funny as a motherfucker as a Gemini woman. I mean, not as a Gemini woman, as a Sagittarius woman. I enjoy Gemini placements because I find them very, very comical in a very unintentional way. Like y'all literally just be popping your shit, talking your shit, and I find you very funny because I know you be dead ass the fuck serious about everything you say, and you're very witty. So it just adds to the humor for me because it's like how you thought of that, how you think of that, like that was real clever of you. But like the obedience card next to it makes me feel like despite how cool and chill and laid back you could be, right, and despite how like hee hee ha ha, I'm coming on good times, I'm coming on good terms, I am a vibe and I like stimulating talks and cool shit and cool vibes with cool people from different walks of life, right? This made me feel like what boundaries are you setting and what rules are you putting in place to make sure you're not getting like, if not necessarily taken advantage of, just to ensure that everything in your world is copacetic. Am I making sense on that? Like, for instance, how do I wanna flip this? Again, you're very friendly, you're very sociable. Let's say again you're mingling with people, you're hanging out, you meet some new people, right? Again, you're very cool, you're very laid back, but to ensure that your world stays intact, to ensure that you're protecting yourself, to ensure that you're not being taken advantage of, to ensure that you are being appreciated, what rules, what tactics, what boundaries are you putting in? Rules are important. Why? Because it keeps everything in decency and in order. It keeps people from coming in here and cutting the fuck up. It's the difference between everybody walking down the street and this shit like GTA and we shoot them up, bang bang each other and shit and nothing happens versus knowing that there are consequences for your actions. What consequences are you putting in place? What rules are you putting in place? Despite how cool you could be. You're very playful, you're very kind, you're whimsical, just like us as Sagittarius. I understand y'all a lot. You know what I'm saying? I understand the energy of again, like just coming on cool vibes. I ain't met a Gemini not once that. Um, I lied. I know a couple, but for the most part, I don't know a Gemini that ain't coming on cool vibes. It's very rare I meet one and brush past one who like on some weird shit. Cause I think everybody got a Gemini story that you meet one and they be on a little bit of weird shit. But most time you meet them, they chilling. The ones that are healed, the ones that are evolved and secure with themselves, right? But it's like again, even with all of that, new relationships, new friends, new people, new hangouts. Even if y'all not that close, make sure they know that y'all not that close. Because see, again, you could be joking and playing and chilling and shit, and people might cross a boundary or two, or maybe might say something or do something. Is kind of what this is giving, where it's like, oh, we ain't close enough for you to even. You ain't even, well, we ain't even cool enough for you to be asking to borrow $100. Right? And even if you are cool enough to be asking to borrow $100, people usually don't appreciate what they have until the well one dry. Gemini, if you just playing shit cool and keeping shit cool and you just looking out, cause shit, I'm Gemini and I don't mind looking out for the people I love and shit. I'ma show up. Again, I don't know a Gemini that when you call them they ain't there. A Gemini placement. When you call them they're there. You text them they gonna respond. If you talk in their language and if you in decency and in order, you know what I'm saying. So it's like making sure that, like I said, even if you do know them like that, again, the decency and in order part, you don't want nobody taking advantage of you. Just because you don't mind doing it, you don't mind looking out, don't mean you need to keep looking out. You ain't nobody parent and shit. And if you're already finding yourself in a situation like that, what you need to do is pull your energy back, take a step back, and really go Danny Phantom on these motherfuckers. If you feel like there's people in your life or somebody in your life that ain't been showing up the way you need, or that's been taking advantage of you and your kindness and of your playfulness, maybe motherfuckers come around trying to talk slick and make little sly and slick comments because they think you just playful and cool. And it's like, all right, nigga, don't let this twin fool you. It's two of us. Yeah, I'm in here playing and hee and ha ha, nigga. But like I said, you put your kind foot first. You put the kind twin first before you show your ass. That's something I really can kind of understand about y'all as a Sag. Cause see, again, they say we have the clown demeanor. Yeah, I'm a play clown and haha, it's a circus and I'm a goddamn, we gonna laugh and I'm a goddamn dance like Reverend and all that shit. Don't piss me off though. My mama called me Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Yeah, don't make me mad. Cause not a whole vibe around this bitch finna change. And I know Geminis too very much be like that also. So again, make sure you watch that. Maybe you got some people around you taking advantage of the program. Maybe you got some people around you who again take all of this playful kindness, silly, laughable Gemini twin shit serious. Like you won't air this bitch out. Like you won't set this bitch off in my Boosie voice, okay? But then again, maybe you have people who again are taking your, like I'm hearing kindness for weakness. They're taking you for naivety, thinking that because you play or because you laugh or because you show up and you want to have a good time that you easily gullible or some shit like that. And then you get this showing up for people, you know what I'm saying? You put your kindness, you know what I'm saying? And this fun and this games and this shit. And then now you kind of got to take a step back and detach from them to really get for them to understand like what it is. I've been giving you money to help you with your rent for the past 6 months. But again, you don't ever appreciate it, clearly. You know what I'm saying? You taking it for granted, clearly. You even got too comfortable, clearly. Says Gemini. So just make sure that let that be something you think about. What rules are you setting with yourself too? I feel like. What rules and boundaries are you setting with yourself? Because invisible don't always just mean the card meaning is, yeah, people taking advantage don't understand till you well one dry. But this can also just mean maybe you need to take a step back and take some time for yourself. Are you being overly available to other people? Yeah, it's one thing for you to show up for others. Like I said, I don't know a Gemini don't show up when you call them. But are people showing up for you? Are you just showing up for people and not showing up for yourself? Where it's like, actually, I need some time for me right now. I can't show up and be the cool friend, the social friend, the one you call when you need advice and you want to talk for hours because you need advice on that nigga, on that bitch, on that job. I don't have time to show up for you right now. I need to show up for myself. How I'm going to show up for you and give you advice when I'm still trying to scramble my motherfucking brain for my own advice on my solution and my situation. So then that would be a boundary and a rule to set with yourself. To again make sure your inner world is in order. Before I can show up for anybody else, I need to show up for myself. Did I show up for myself today? Am I avoiding my own situations, my own advice, my own solutions, my own thought process on something to go show up for another motherfucker because I'm running from some shit I don't want to think about? So if you've been feeling like you need to go Danny Phantom and take a step back and really kind of disappear from some people, don't feel guilty about doing it. And if you feel like there's other people you've been showing up for and they think shit again, and you feel like you need to go Danny Phantom on them and kind of just take a step back and disappear for a moment, don't feel guilty on doing that. Regardless, whether it's setting boundaries and rules with yourself or setting boundaries and rules with other people, some boundaries and some rules need to be set around this bitch. Is what that is. That's all that is. Some boundaries and some rules need to be set around this bitch. Yeah, Five of Pentacles is the first card out. So yeah, it's very much giving. If you haven't went kind of ghost or like kind of ghosted someone or take a step back for a moment, you need to. And if you have, good. This is a good time to really just think about some things. Take some time to think to yourself, Gemini. Five of Pentacles is leaving something out in the cold. But it's also lack. This could be somebody who is having financial issues. Maybe you having financial issues, shit like that. But this generally, to me, just feels like taking a step back from somebody, leaving something out in the cold. Maybe you feel like you'll leave somebody out in the cold, but that's what the fuck you need to do. Magician down at the bottom of the deck. So maybe, again, you need to kind of cut something and abandon something a little bit to get yourself together. Maybe you need to abandon somebody else. Again, if this is financial, maybe this is finances for somebody. Okay, give me another card. But this Five of Cups is definitely giving, like, draw your energy back. Pull your energy back. Like it feels like leave them out in the cold, but it doesn't feel like a literal sense. Like abandon. I mean, even if it is, take it for how it resonates. If the shoe fit, wear it. If the glove fit, wear it. Okay? But in a different type of sense, this feels like pulling your energy back. Calling your energy back. Gemini, you might be showing up too much for somebody. You know what I'm saying? You know those friends who, again, you kind of like the analogy or the excuse, the example that I use, right? Like, you have that friend, they want to talk to you blue and you black in the mother face about it. Oh, and this and then that happened, and then you tell them over and over and over, this is what you need to do, and girl, because if I was you, and it's the advice, and why would you do it, and this is, and no, then this is how I feel about it, and they gonna call you for 40 days and 40 nights about that shit. At what point do you take a step back and call your energy back for yourself? Or do you just keep showing up? At some point, it's going to start fucking with your inner world, your inner peace, your mind. Every time a motherfucker call, you get looking at your phone. Oh, shit. Bitch, she called me yesterday with this shit. I know she don't want nothing else. I know he don't want nothing else. I know they don't want to talk about nothing else. This job, the same situation, the same person, the same. Sometimes they have multiple shit. Shit, you all, every time I turn around, you got something you want to call me about. What is it? What? Damn. So again, sometimes you have to abandon a situation. Sometimes you have to abandon somebody. Sometimes you have to abandon the job. Okay, Magician card down at the bottom of the deck. Sometimes it's for their own potential. It's for your own potential. You're not growing here. They're not growing here. Somebody ain't utilizing their resources. Somebody ain't seeing what the motherfucking situation is. Somebody ain't seeing that they can do something about it. You have all the tools and resources to tap into your fullest potential. Someone is not doing that. Yeah, the Tower card. So yeah, this is, I feel like, all just confirmation after confirmation. Gemini, if you watching this for confirmation, let this be your confirmation that you definitely might need to leave somebody or something out in the cold. This could be a house situation, maybe somebody you're in a house with, maybe this is someone who's having issues in a home. But yeah, Two of Wands is here, Five of Wands is here. Okay, so there is some issues with some obstacles with some progress and some momentum. The Two of Wands is about making progress, building that momentum. When you start something, you get the ball rolling. You know what I'm saying? Page of Wands, that's the ignition of the flame. The Two of Wands is the growth of the flame. You're feeding the fire now. It's building into a real blaze. But someone keeps having some conflict. This could, again, be with a home situation. Maybe this is someone you share a home with or something like that. I'm getting like they're like Gemini, you could be trying to progress the harmony, but there keeps being blockages. There's still blockages is what I kind of just heard. You keep trying to like progress the harmony. Four of Wands is also a card of harmony. Being in harmony, being happy, being at peace, being at one with something, somebody. The stability of the energy. Could even be house party vibes. But this feels like, again, you might be trying to keep the peace, stay playful and shit with somebody, or still be cool, or still keep a level of cordial or something like that. But there's still some issues. So it's like, Gemini, what you're being asked to do, if this, for those that resonate, leave this alone. Or really set some real good boundaries and really stick to your boundaries. If you tell yourself, okay, well, this person always called me about this same problem and I need to abandon this. You know what I'm saying? I need to abandon ship, bitch. I've been trying to help this help for 3 months. It is not working. Motherfuckers is not listening to me. I keep talking till I'm black and blue in the face. At this point, it's draining me. It's draining my emotional health. It's draining my mental health. Something has to change. But if you tell yourself, okay, well, she called me today with that shit, I ain't gonna answer my phone. I'm gonna act like I don't see it. And then you watch the phone ring, but then you don't stick to your boundaries. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's something like that. It's like you have to stick to your guns. You have to stick to your boundaries. You have to also be obedient to the rules and the laws that you are setting for yourself. If you say, okay, I ain't gonna fuck with that nigga no more. I ain't gonna fuck with that girl no more because last time I did, it's always toxic. It's always the same thing. It always ends the same. And then they send you a late night. What you doing? You up text and you bite the bullet every time. You got to stick to your guns. Like, if you want real change, you got to really take it down to the root. If you building a garden, you can't just be trying to pamper the soil. No, you got to pull the weeds up, and you got to pull the weeds up from the root. But it's like, again, you keep trying to make progress and stick in harmony with something that keeps causing you conflict, or it keeps causing you obstacles, and I think it's draining you. Yeah. Ten of Cups is here reverse. So whatever fantasy and idea you have of whatever this is, friendship, love, maybe just how you would view anything, whatever fantasy you have of a picture perfect situation or friend or lover is just fantasy, is what this is giving. Making sure that you stick to your values. Okay, this is going to be really, really important with the Hierophant card. This is also pertaining to some level of commitment. So maybe this is a romantic partner. Maybe this is even family who you feel obligated and committed to. Maybe this is a friend, like I said, who you feel obligated and committed to. As a friend who's been there, trust me, I understand when you feel like, but this is my friend and I feel obligated. That's how I had to learn a harsh lesson of, okay, let me let this go. I got to abandon shit. I'm quick to tell the motherfucker, don't keep calling. I don't even want to hear it. Don't keep calling me with that. I don't want to hear it. No, you can't come over. Because if you ain't gonna find a solution and really do something about it, at this point, you just want me to listen to you, because won't nobody else listen to you, because you don't have anyone else to listen to you to complain about it. And at this point, I'm gonna make up in my mind that your main issue is that you want to complain about it. And at that point, I gotta go. You have 3 wands here, Gemini. So this is about taking action. This is about actually doing something. This ain't just about sitting around thinking about it. And this ain't about communicating nothing. You can communicate and talk to them till you like, hey, I just feel like you really don't be listening to me. And like all of this stuff. And, I just be so, it just kind of be draining me a little bit. No, you just going to have to take the action. You just going to have to stop answering. You just going to have to stop replying. You just going to have to stop showing up. You just going to have to stop taking shifts. You just going to have to stop taking shit. That's, like, here it go. Give me this Tower card for Gemini's energy. We at 19 minutes. Give me this Tower card. Yeah, heart chakra. So Gemini, this is a situation you really feel emotionally tied to also. Like, you really feel like emotionally connected to this person or this situation, emotionally involved in this person, in this situation. Yeah, victory. And I feel like for a lot of you, because you're really hoping that there's some victory, you're really hoping that there will be a new beginning or a new change. But the new beginning and the new change starts with you. I did see the Magician down at the bottom of the deck when I used tarot. So, of course, victory is here. But you have to want it. And it's not going to come from you staying in the same situation. It's not going to come from you staying in the same dead end shit. It's not going to come in. It's not going to come until you actually disappear. You want your homegirl to figure out how to get out of that situation. You got to stop calling her through it. Even if that means you keep answering the phone, listening to her talk about it. She gonna have to sit with that. Even if she ain't got nobody else, but she don't have nobody else to talk to about it. Be like, I'm her only friend. That's fine. She gonna have to talk to the motherfucking walls and the ghosts in the windows and shit. I guess at this point, but until she get tired, she can't come keep hassling you with shit. So if she tired and she want to complain about it, that should motivate that ass to get up and do something, because now you don't have anyone to express these grievances to. You just have to sit with them. But for as long as you keep having somebody to express it to and get it off your chest, you feel better. Go right back to that nigga. Go right back to that bitch. But when you gotta really sit in it and you can't share it and that shit just get to eat you up inside and you got to shit in it. Hey, I mean, again, it's either gonna make you or it's gonna break you. But Gemini, I mean, past that point, is that your problem anymore? At this point, we have to think about your victory and your success and your new beginning. And that's going to come with this tower moment, whether it be releasing the friend, releasing the lover, releasing the situation, again, abandoning the person or abandoning the situation. Whether it be you're playing the listening ear for somebody, or maybe this is really your situation and you just like, oh, but I just be playing dumb. I just, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm just still trying to be so nice and kind about it. Get up out of there. Even if you got to pack up your shit, leave like a thief in the night, go. But one thing about it, and two things for sure, trying to keep the peace and keep the harmony, trying to play playful, trying to keep nice and keep cutesy is not going to help you. Whether you need to set boundaries with somebody else or set boundaries with yourself and stick to them. If you call me that one more last time, we never talk again. Stick to it. I'm never talking to this person again. I'm never dealing with this person again. I'm never stick to it. It's not enough to just say it. You have some new beginnings coming though. So whatever this is, you need to get rid of it. I feel like that's even more emphasis to go ahead and get rid of it, because the sun card makes me feel like you have something coming. Gemini, for some of you, you might already know and can feel, right, with this third eye card at the bottom of the deck. Like, there's something coming. There's something within you, in your deeper self, something about like your higher self, your inner spirit is nudging you to take action on this. It's nudging you to get rid of somebody, some people, get rid of a situation, because there is a new beginning that's coming for you. There is something coming in that will be very victorious for you. But see, you first have to get rid of whatever this is. So obey your higher self and obey your boundaries and what you're setting, the rules you setting with your own self, and get rid of anybody who's not obeying the rules and the boundaries you set with them, because apparently they don't take your ass serious. Clearly, since you come in and you bring good laughs and great memes and beautiful vibes and aesthetics to the function, motherfuckers think that you're obviously to be played with, and I suggest you show them that you're not. Danny Phantom, they motherfucking ass. I wouldn't give them an explanation and shit. I just stop answering my phone, stop showing up, stop calling, let they ass sleep and wonder about it and shit. Hey, fuck them. Anyway, my name is B, just in case if you forgot from the beginning of this. Thank you for getting this far on my video. Like, share, subscribe. Drop down below in the description box, because I do have everything you can know about me on other platforms, and I'm over for personal readings. Blah, 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 blah. And yeah, so until next time, I will see you over on the next video.